kids. I always push men to have kids. I push you guys to have families. I have a wonderful family. I have a huge family. All of my aunts and uncles had like 2, 3 kids each, some more. Each of them had 2, 3 kids each. So I have a lot of cousins with a lot of cousins that are nephews and nieces and nephews. My family's the only one that doesn't have kids. And it's sad that society in the United States really goes against kids. It goes against it so much. When you hear people talk about kids, you're like, ooh, I don't want to lose my life. Oh, I don't want to waste all my money. Oh, I want to live my life. I want to live a good life. I want to have fun. I want to be able to do things. I don't want a hindrance of kids. People see kids as a negative, a net negative in their life instead of a net positive, which is so crazy. And it's not even that. People get mad at you for wanting kids and women wanting kids. That's the sad thing about reality nowadays, that even wanting kids, wanting families, people look at you like you're strange. Like, oh my God, you are the part of the patriarchy all of a sudden. But let's get to the video. I got Anton Daniels right here going on.
The toxic liberal feminism in this country is quite literally ruining the younger generations.
True.
I just watched a video, a woman announcing her 5th pregnancy, okay? So baby number 5 is on the way. And I was watching the video, it was so cute. I was smiling ear to ear, and I go to the comment section, and holy fucking hell, I am so disappointed in the world, in the society that we live in today. You would think that the comments would be, congratulations, it's baby number 5, congratulations, wishing...
I think it's a lot of bitter, single, childless women on the internet. Just like there is a lot of, like, lonely men on the internet, there's the same thing with the women's side. And they are bitter and love commenting to make other people miserable.
You a fantastic, healthy, safe pregnancy. No, you know what the comments were? Oh my God, baby number 5? Baby number 5 in today's economy? Girl, don't you think that's... What? And what's...
Again, you don't know these people's circumstances. Her husband might be freaking baller status. We don't know. Or they live a very, minimalist life. They can live off of 80, 40, 60 grand. I don't know. They live in a nice state or whatever. But people judge automatically. People always put their circumstance in front of the other people's circumstance. It's called projection.
Insane to me is some of the comments that I was reading was like, oh, you have too much time on your hands, get a job. Oh, you must be unemployed. You must be this. It's fucking insane to me.
Isn't it funny? Because right now it's hustle culture. If you're just sitting there doing nothing and having families and raising kids and having sex, you're useless because you're not hustling like everybody else.
Toxic liberal feminist agenda is literally a cancer to our society. Does it ever occur to some of you that not all of us want to be slaves to the corporate America system? We don't want to work till retirement. We want to get married. We want to have children. We want to raise our own children. We want to be a good partner to our spouses. We want to be good wives. We want to put God first, our husbands first. Does that ever occur to some of you? It is genuinely so terrifying in today's society. When you talk to people, majority of people, if you were to have a conversation, it's like, oh, you want to be a stay-at-home mom? Oh, you want to have more than one kid? Like that?
I can tell you guys now, again, I talk to a lot of women, especially young women from like the ages of 18 to 30. I actually meet quite a bit of women in that age range. None of them, I have not met a single one in the last, 3 years or so that I've been doing content and stuff, that has said, my goal is family, kids, and that's what I want to get. No, every single one of them is, I need to focus on my career. I need to be stable. I need to make money. That's their goal.
That's fucking weird. But then if roles are reversed and you're like, yeah, I want to, work corporate America till I'm like 65. I want to be a boss ass bitch. I want to, be a slave to the corporate system. That is literally held up on a pedestal. It is absolutely insane. There are still plenty of us that value traditional values in marriage, in life, and we don't want to go that route. And it is insane to me how fucking one-sided it is that when you say, no, I don't want to follow the bullshit propaganda that is being pushed down my throat, you're looked down upon.
Well, the reason why that is because a lot of women are bitter.
Yeah.
That's not what they
see. Me and Anton, same page,
can do, right? Because I know it's a lot of women after they got laid off, or if you look at the statistics with with regard to evictions or foreclosures or even car repossessions, a lot of that is based off of women making bad decisions financially, or they can't afford to keep up their lifestyle, or they got laid off and they don't know what to do and all of this stuff. And so,
I mean, it could be also that they live the lifestyle that a man always subsidized at least a good portion of it. Now men aren't doing it. They're kind of screwed.
you then have seen the transition from that over to, well, we just want to live the soft life. Soft life, soft life, soft life, everything is soft life. And so you seeing that, and now you seeing women that are bitter, they get middle-aged. It used to be middle-aged men, right? Midlife crisis for men, they buy a sports car.
Yeah, that's not even a thing anymore. I think it's a midlife crisis for women. Wait. I bought a sports car when I was mid-age. Did I have a midlife crisis?
That stuff. That's going out the window. Now it's middle-aged women that are becoming extreme liberals. But it's not enough just for them to be liberal. They also have to attack other women that are living traditionally conservative lives and they actually like their husbands. So what we are now experiencing is a transformation of women becoming men as far as their mentality and how they think and stuff like that. And they now are attacking other women that want to live in that traditional role. Now, you have a caveat in there. The caveat is there is a group of women that wants to live the soft life, want to be stay-at-home mothers, want to be stay-at-home wives, but they can't afford to, or they can't find the man
They don't qualify. They just don't.
to be in a position and willing to lower their lifestyle in order for them to live their life. And so you caught between a tale of two worlds where we see a modern feminism continuing to take hold and grab a hold of our families and our households at a rate that, you know, we don't know of, and it's impacting us and affecting us in a negative way. And then you see another group of people that
I mean, just look at the groups of people that are thriving the most in the United States. It's Hispanics, because they usually have big families. They're very family oriented. Asians, very big families, very family oriented. Those are the two big groups that I can see. And then Indians, I guess they're part of Asians, but you know, the groups that are very culturally stayed more family oriented and stayed culturally, you know, closed off with their own culture, they're still having kids. They're still very well into that mode. My family looks at me and is like, no kids? Why are you even working? Like, that's how my family sees things. So if in the culture of my family is like that, then of course most of the people in my family are gonna have kids.
is advocating for it, but they don't know what it looks like because they don't have any real examples of people in a family that's ever lived it. The nature of a woman is to want to be a mother, right?
It makes
It's not
sense.
that women can't work. It's not that women shouldn't be fruitful. It's that women should have purpose, right? And I don't see anything wrong with a woman being a stay-at-home mother, because why would you allow for a daycare or another entity to put into your child what they want in your child as far as what they think that their morals and their compass, their moral compass is, their spirituality, instead of you doing that? But now, because we've advocated so much for equal, women are now required to meet the same expectations as men, and or in order to survive, you basically have to have both parents working inside of the household. And that's not even taking into consideration the amount of women that's actually becoming single mothers at an alarming rate, which
You know, the scariest thing is what Anton said is public school system. I grew up in public school system. I never thought that I would ever care to put my kids in not public school until I got older. Now I'm seeing things. Now I'm seeing the whole, you know, people twerking in front of my kids thing and all of these books and stuff. And I'm like, do I really want to expose my kids to this? Because I didn't get exposed to these types of things. School was actually pretty cool when I was going to school. Weird to say. But, you know, nowadays, like, teachers have an agenda. They have their own ideas, their own culture, their own thing that they want to push onto our kids. It's not that they just want to educate kids through the educational system. No, they're putting their own personalities into our kids.
obviously we know that they then tie themselves to the federal government. It was a ton of people, millions of people that was begging Trump to open up the government so that they can get their food stamps. And it's just bad all around. So it's a plague, but here's the problem with that. I don't think that we ever going back. You can pick and choose, you can hand pick it. there are families that still live that traditional life, but because of social media,
Excuse me.
and again, the proliferation of liberal, middle-aged women that are impacting younger women and telling them that they shouldn't get married, or they shouldn't be stay-at-home mothers, or they shouldn't depend on a man, or they should decenter men. You see a ton of people that are influencing people in a negative way, and en masse, right? Meaning that,
I mean, Sprinkle Sprinkle Lady, Bonnie Blue, all of the O fans women.
you know, for the majority of people that are influenced, we are not going back to that as far as that being our cultural norm.
True.
And that
Toothpaste does not go back in the tube.
being normalized amongst us. And that's sad. Because women used to champion other women being women. And part of being a woman is being nurturing, and you spending time making sure that your children are taken care of and you know, looked out for and all of that. That used to be an awesome thing. Women used to champion other women being successful.
That's literally what we praised women for. Like that's why we loved women, because they did that and they did such a wonderful job at it. Now they kind of threw it to the wayside.
Successful in the household. That's not a thing anymore.
But if you say, oh, yeah, I do want to work in corporate America, I want to be a boss-ass bitch, and that's, like, perceived as being normal.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a good man at home, whatever that man asks you to do, do it. Quit nagging that man. Quit being disrespectful to that man. Give that man what he want, okay? If that man gets up every day and he go to work, he take care of you, he provide, he make sure you straight, he pray for you, he cover you, give that man what he want.
Now you know that ain't happening, baby girl. You know that the movement nowadays is that's the bare minimum. As though they have anything at all, but that's the bare minimum, and everybody is hitting the same chicks, and they rotating them amongst everybody else. You know that that's not happening.
Deserves what he wants. And if that means he wants some every night, you know what? You got to give him some, okay?
My girl. That's my kind of
Why? Because
reciprocity.
he deserves it, okay?
When did that become a chore?
Right. I'm with Anton on that one. Do you women, like, women enjoy sex too. That's why they're out here on the streets on every pole out there. But when it comes to their man, all of a sudden it becomes a chore. And it's like, oh, again? Bitch, before you were with me, you were on a different pole every night. I didn't hear you saying again during those times, right? That's just women.
I thought that that's what women wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is with this culture where they feel like men don't deserve good things. They deserve good things. Good men deserve good things, okay? You're a helper. You're supposed to help the need. Help the need be met. When you're not being a helpmate and helping the needs be met, you're out of your function. And when you're out of your function, there's chaos. And when there's chaos, divorce tends to slowly approach itself.
And that's what a lot of women actually want for other women.
Why? Because you're out of order. Marriage only works when two people are in their functions. If your husband's in his function, that means you need to be in yours. And whatever he is asking you to do, you need to do it. That man is worth everything and more what he asking you. He is not asking you for too much.
Nope.
You expect stuff to be done for you. You expect your hair to be done, the nails, which you don't need. You don't need this hair, these lashes, this makeup. You don't need none of that, but you expect that from him. You expect to be taken care of. You expect to be provided for. Then that means you need to do it in return. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but whatever your husband is asking for you to do, it's not too hard. Because
I mean, most of the time it is. He's not asking you to build a house for him, you know, or pay all his bills.
he does that and more for you. So give that man what he wants. Give him what he wants.
What he wants is food, belly rubs, and some cat whenever he wants. Like, if you give him those things and you're nice to him, you're gonna get whatever you want.
Now, you know, again, I don't believe that that's ever coming back.
Nope.
I think that we're too far gone.
I don't think it's like not ever coming back, but in mass where like everybody was within this type of purview, no. There's gonna be just a small subset of group of people nowadays that are gonna be able to live this life.
I mean, I'm just waiting on Jesus to come back and say, yo, come on. all of my good and faithful servants. Let's go ahead and ride out, and we're gonna rain the rest of this fire and brimstone on this earth, because things are so out of order and out of pocket, and people are doing the things that they're not supposed to do. And women have become so disrespectful. Men have become more feminine than ever, and they more emotional than the women nowadays. And when you finally see a person that's like a unicorn, a man that's doing what he's supposed to do and living in his masculinity and standing on principle, and a woman that actually loves the guy that she's with and she wants the best for him, it's like, and you know what I see amongst society? People want to break them up. People want to remove them. People want to act like that don't.
I remember like that. I covered a video on my other channel about like people love the downfall of heroes and of people that just kind of have that ideal life, that perfect life, the good life. People love seeing that life fall into shambles. They just love it.
Exist that, but people are bitter and they trauma bonded with each other, and they now hate each other, and they want you to hate your person because they want somebody, until they get into a situation that's ideal, they want somebody to vent to, and they want to be affirmed. They don't want to be held accountable. And so all I see nowadays is people that are mad at other people that are happy, and even the ones that are happy, they're more vigilant than ever than trying to keep their stuff to themselves so that they don't attract all of these flies that's used to being around shit. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Hanley 40%.
Again, shout outs to Anton. Like it's sad that I always push for families. You guys know me. At least if you guys know my main channel, I always push for families. I always push for you guys to have kids and get a good woman. But I also understand MGTOW. Juice ain't worth the squeeze. There's very few women that have any juice left, tell you the truth, right? So again, just protect yourselves. But if you want families, who cares what other people say? Just do what you want and work towards it and earn the right to have a good family. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.